Good luck, stick it on your 100th episode.
Hello and welcome to the Home Group.
I'm Adam.
And I'm Ali.
And this is your number one stop for all news.
Here at St Ignatius College.
It's a pretty exciting lineup we've got here today, Ali.
Yeah, it is. Actually, this is our 100th episode of the Home Group.
Right, well, we better get into it then.
Sounds great. It's time for the rundown.
Hey, it's not our jobs anymore, man.
God, I get, yeah, you're right. Sorry, nostalgia just must have kicked in a little.
I think we'll leave the current rundown to Irina and Jeremy a bit later on.
Sounds like a plan. But now, let's jump back into the past, St Ignatius, and look at some of our old favourites.
Including an episode of Max Facts.
Max Facts.
Max, take it away.
Hello and welcome to Max Facts. Now, some of you may be asking yourself some questions. Who is this Max? Why is he here? And what is a fax? Well, by the end of this segment, you should have the answers to the first two of those questions. And as for the last one, well, who's to say? Now, back in the good old days of the Home Group, I gave frequent PSAs about some of the secrets hidden in our societies, such as birds being robot communists, bears being robot communists, colour literally being invented by communists. You know, looking back, I'm sensing a wee bit of a pattern, but I can't seem to put my finger on it. It will come to me. Now, for the 100th episode, I'm going to discuss something completely different. I'm going to teach you how counting to 10 was invented by the communists. No, I still don't see a pattern. Now, I think we all know how counting normally works for us. We use what we call a base 10 system that goes 1, 2, 3, 10. However, recent studies from very credible sources state that a base 12 system is far more effective. The dozenal system, as we professionals call it, was popularized in the 17th century by some guys who realized counting to 10 was a bit Think about it. We're surrounded by dozens. How many months are in a year? 12. How many hours are in a day? 2 times 12. How many subdivisions are in a carpenter's ruler? 12, apparently. So, for many reasons, it is legitimately believed that a dozenal system would be better for us than a base 10 system. Now, the communists knew this and had spies infiltrate our society so we would only ever count to 10 and our lives would become very mildly more confusing in some ways and not in others. But the joke's on them, because at least we can count to 10 on our fingers. You can't count to 12 on them. You know what? I actually kind of like counting to 10. Hey, where was I going with this? You know what? Scratch this segment. I'm out of this. The end.
Take the one.
Oh, spasiba, Max, for that amazing insight into our counting system.
And that's the start of what we've got in store for you guys.
Yeah, it's true. There's going to be a lot of familiar faces flying around here.
Yeah, speaking of familiar faces, I think it's time for the sports report.
Sports report.
Hello and welcome to the Sports Report, the only sports report that reports sports reports. I'm Daniel Harding and I don't have my co-anchor Annie Simpson here with me today because she is busy defending the country. But let's be honest, who do you really want to defend the country? Some scrawny white girl, or do you want me, the absolute pinnacle of sport and fitness and Olympian? Yeah, anyway, I've been asked to talk about sport in 2014. Unfortunately, I've wiped most of my memories of 2014 because unlike what your teachers are telling you, high school will be the cringiest years of your life. I mean, I was on the home group. Was I a popular kid? No, I wasn't. Anyway, since I don't remember 2014, I've asked great-great-great-grandpa Dan, who was alive during that time, to tell us what sport was like back in the mythical year of 2014. Sport, back in 2014, that was a long time ago. We didn't have any of those co-curriculars like chess or stig it. That's silly. We had, our PE teacher took us down to Athens to watch the Olympics. It was the first time they'd ever done it. It was all in black and white. They were throwing batons and they were doing fights to the death. It was really good stuff. I haven't seen you do any of that stuff, Daniel. Do you still do gladiator fights at school? You should get onto that stuff. It's fantastic television. Thanks, Great-Grandpa Dan. That was what sport was like in 2014. Anyway, I've been Daniel Harding, and it's been great to be back on the screen for the home group's 100th episode. You stay classy, St. Ignatius.
Great sports report as always, Dan.
Brittany and James anchored the home group during 2016.
Yeah.
And while they couldn't be here together, they both recorded something for us.
Over to you guys.
Hello everyone, I'm Brittany and I, along with my former co-host James Ingram, anchored the home group in 2016. James is currently studying abroad in America and I'm currently in my final year of registered nursing. For me, the home group, as well as numerous other school co-curriculars, were foundational in my personal development whilst I was at school. I honestly don't think I would be the same person today if I didn't take full advantage of the opportunities the school offered. And those experiences gave me the opportunity to step outside of my comfort zone and pursue creativity and confidence. The home group fostered a special space for community where friendships were founded on fun lunchtime interviews. So I encourage all of you to take advantage of the unique opportunities this school offers. You'll be surprised the effect it can have on you now and in years to come. Happy 100th anniversary.
Hello everyone, my name is James Ingram and I wrote and anchored for the home group for nearly 3 years. I'm currently studying journalism here in Indiana University in America, and there is no way that I would be here without the home group. It wasn't just that, we ran and broadcast a school-wide handball tournament, we ran a footy tipping competition and created a series of elaborate fake segments. Yes, including that bachelor tease. I just want to say a huge congratulations and thank you to everyone in front and behind the camera for their amazing efforts over the years. With all of you watching, I encourage you to put yourselves out there, take risks and find your passions because, well, you never know where it's going to lead you.
Wow. James is really taking this anchoring position to a whole new level.
Jeez, yeah, I guess you're right. It's amazing how much of an impact co-curriculars can have on your future.
So be sure to take up every opportunity you get.
Now it's over to Thomas Lockie and his iced coffee.
Hello and welcome to the Sports Report. I'm Thomas.
And I'm Lockie.
And we're pretty sure like half of you or less would know who we are on this show. We used to be the Sports Report back in 2015 and 2016. So, I mean, that is ages ago now. We are old men, as you can see. Look at, he's lived a life.
It's been very stressful.
But it is great to be back. It's a real trip down memory lane to be here in the Stiggett studio. But there are a few more little adjustments, Lockie. How are you finding the new studio?
New studio is unbelievable. Not to mention the entire whole new building over there. You can't see it.
We never got any of that.
We never got any of that. What we used to film out is a little cardboard box just over there with a little teleprompter, one light. Now I've got 5 lights, proper cameras.
There's a big wall here. That's actually a green screen. It's not
proper studio room.
an actual studio. It's a green screen.
If we had these resources, we'd be on national television right now. You know, they would have seen us, would have gone, oh, yep, we need those two. Anyway, back to you, Thomas.
Yeah. Well, it's as Lockie said, it's great to be back. And when we think about the year that was in 2016, our main year at the desk here, I think what most of us would think of when we were in year 12 was the magnificent handball tournament that was resurrected back in 2016. And what a tournament that was. We had great coverage of it throughout the year. We had it all streamed on Moodle at the end of the year. Was it Moodle?
It was Moodle, yeah, it was Moodle.
Or whatever it was. That was taken out by Giordano Raimondo, the handball god himself. He's the king of cool, a handball god, Giordano Raimondo. And of course, a humiliating defeat by our friend and former co-host, James Ingram.
He had to run away to America just to get away from us. Is he back yet? I don't know. Or is he still
who knows?
living out of
I think he's
shame?
living in the wilderness now.
Okay, so he's been lost.
Yeah, sort of like a revenant type thing in America. He took it hard.
If it works for him.
But we hear that the handball tournament's making a resurrection this year, 2019. So hopefully it all goes okay. I mean, it's a tough act to follow, obviously, our year in year 12. I remember I made the second round. That was pretty special. I lost to Brad Elliott. I haven't forgotten that, Brad.
Don't need to talk about my results. Go on.
I hate you, Brad. But anyway, what's been going on in your life, Lockie? Have you been doing any rowing or anything like that?
Yes. Lots and lots and lots and lots of rowing. You know, I went out this morning. I went out yesterday morning.
Why did I
I've been
ask?
going out for months now. It's just been so much fun, getting fitter, stronger, faster.
Gee, I missed this.
winning lots of races. I actually came back from nationals a couple months ago, won the big
la,
final
la,
in the
la,
single.
la, la.
I'm just
I regret
Loving it out
everything. I regret everything.
do miss rowing for the school.
I
though. It was
regret
great fun.
everything.
Anyway, back to you, Thomas. I won't keep
And I
going
think
on.
we'll wrap it up. We've taken up enough time as it is, but it's been a pleasure to see you. We can see all of you, by the way. You all look great.
Just keep that up.
So keep it up. Keep your dress standards high. Keep your living standards high. Your grade standards high. Just remember that we're watching. But the main thing, if you do take anything away from this little segment here, I would say that it is that I am Thomas.
And I'm Lockie.
And it's the Sports Report.
Or it's nothing.
And now let's go to Mark on the scene. Mark? Yes, Steve, I am standing.
Yeah, boy. Lockie clearly still rose.
I think it's time to head to Irina and Jeremy for the rundown.
Oh, really? Oh, this will be exciting.
Thank you, Adam and Ali.
Good morning, St. Ignatius, and welcome back to this very special episode of The Home Group. I'm Irina.
And I'm Jeremy. Well, we hope you've enjoyed the episode so far, but don't worry, there's still more to come.
Going into the rundown, the annual music cabaret was on Friday, week 5. Well done to everyone who performed and to the staff who put the whole evening together. A truly amazing job.
Into week 6, where on Friday evening, our talented aerobics girls demonstrated some award-winning routines during the aerobics demonstration evening on the Friday.
A truly amazing demonstration of the girls' hard work and dedication, not to mention some incredible skills and talents displayed. This week started with the Monday off for the Queen's birthday.
Friday week 6, the senior school also had a whole school mass where Miss Pillar and Mr. Boyer gave their spiritual interpretation of the gospel reading.
Yesterday we had a whole school assembly, and today marks the beginning of the Year 11 exams. Next Tuesday the Year 10s will also begin their exams.
Good luck to all the Year 10s and 11s. Looking ahead, and the Cage commences on Thursday of week 8 at 1 p.m. and concludes on that Friday.
Friday is also a pupil-free day, so while you're at home, take a moment to think about the staff who are unfortunately stuck at school.
And finally, Friday night has the film night fundraiser for the Cambodia, Vietnam and India immersions at the Regal Theatre.
Well, that's it for the rundown.
Another one done and dusted. You know, Irina, with all this talk about how much the home group has changed in the past years with cast members, we really haven't had the time to reflect on our time as anchors.
Jeremy and I came to the home group way back in 2017, and while we began with our differences, copious as they were, we have really grown through our time as anchors.
We have enjoyed every second of our time as anchors, and we are so grateful for having the opportunity to be engaged with the school community.
But of course, none of this would have been possible without the tireless work of the geniuses behind the camera, working day and night to produce fantastic fortnightly episodes.
Well, that's it from us. Thanks for joining us.
Let's get back to the episode. Until next time, I'm Irina.
And I'm Jeremy.
Good morning and good luck.
Thank you, Irina and Jeremy, and good luck to all of the Year 10s and 11s as they go into exams.
Now it's time for a bit of In Case You Missed It.
Hello and welcome back to In Case You Missed It. For this, the 100th episode of the Home Group, we'll look at a brief overview of the last 100 years of news. Beginning in 1919 with the Treaty of Versailles, but then quickly moving to 1932 now. And in this year, the Australian government went to war with the Emus and lost. A year later, Neville Chamberlain, British Prime Minister, declared peace in our time. The Second World War broke out 6 years later. In 1946, Lord Haw Haw, a Nazi propagandist, was hung for high treason in Britain. Jumping to 1967 now, and this year a foot powder was elected as a mayor in a town in Ecuador. Now, you may have heard of the Cold War, but what about the Cod Wars, the third of which ended in 1976? To the 90s now, when Texan legislators proposed to change the state's official greeting from hello to heaveno. In the year 2000, the biggest story was that it was the year 2000. In 2007, a comedy group, The Chaser, managed to get through roads that had closed down due to the APEC conference in Australia without showing identification because they were riding in a limousine with a Canadian flag on it. In the same year, Kevin Rudd became Prime Minister. Then 3 years later, Julia Gillard became Prime Minister. Then 3 years later, we got Kevin Rudd again. Then the same year, he was replaced with Tony Abbott, who was replaced by Malcolm Turnbull in 2015, only to be replaced himself by ScoMo in 2018. Finally, this year, the Australian Federal Police raided the ABC headquarters, which is a bit concerning if it really was because of a security concern, because the story they were worried about was published 2 years ago. They were just a bit late there. Anyway, that's all for this week. I'll see you next time.
Thanks for catching us up, Silas.
Now it's time for our open mic reporters.
Our regular sports report.
And the junior school.
Good morning and welcome to the Sports Report.
I'm not Annabelle, I'm Jack.
And I'm Leo, and there was a break from sport last weekend for the Queen's birthday, so let's recap the great and hard-fought matches from week 5.
Wow, you said that a lot better than that prayer this morning, am I right? Starting with the Senior 2 badminton team, who defeated SAC 5-14-176 to 1-4-120. That's a C2s.
Moving to the middle C2 girl football team, who despite putting up a great fight against a much older team, were unfortunately defeated by Padere 2-1-13 to 9-9-63.
Not literally. Next, we have the middle A basketball team, who defeated Blackfriars 52 to 26.
And the middle one A1 soccer team, who defeated Cardine 6-2.
Moving now to our mixed teams. We had Open B Hockey, who despite being 3 players down, were defeated by Trinity 1-5.
And finally, Division 3 squash, who defeated St. Paul's 3-8-170 to 1-4-162.
Wow, thanks on a great weekend of sport, everyone. And we can't forget Mr. Mullins. Why is that, Leo?
Champion of the handball tournament, unlucky Tom Dorr.
Woohoo. I'm not Annabelle, I'm Jack.
And thanks for joining us. I'm Leo, and this has been the Sports Report.
Hi, I'm Caitlin.
I'm Kira.
I'm Emily.
And I'm Juan.
Welcome back to Open Mic. This week we focus on the question, what's your favourite home group segment?
So, without further ado, let's see what you had to say.
What's your favourite home group segment?
I love the intro.
I really like the sports report because we can hear about whether we're winning or not.
Sports report.
This one, obviously.
My favourite home group segment is Open Mic.
Silas's thing.
In case you missed it.
Sports report!
Good morning and welcome to the Junior School News. I'm Charlotte Eddington. And I'm Gabrielle Elias. And we are Junior School News anchors for this episode. So let's get to the news. The beginning of week 6 saw the Year 6 student leadership team fly Sydney, the Ignatian Leadership Conference. And the week ended with the Queen's birthday long weekend. Week 7 saw the SAP Stars Athletics Carnival on the Wednesday and the Independent School Swimming Carnival on the Thursday. Well done to everyone who participated. You all did a great job. Moving on, we have Grandparents' Day on Wednesday the 19th of June in week 8. There is also a Student Free Day on Friday of week 8. Yay! Week 9 sees the Year 5 end the semester combined concert.
And term 2 concluding on the Friday.
But sadly, that is all the time we have.
Thank you for joining us for this episode. We'll see you next time.
And staying Ignatius, remember to always be yourself. Hi, I'm Chloe.
And I'm Mackenzie.
And this is Weird Facts and Life Hacks.
This week's Weird Fact theme is weird jobs.
Yes, did you know you could be a bicycle fisher and fish bikes out of a river?
No, I didn't. Other wacky jobs include a people pusher,
Professional stand-in liner,
professional sleeper,
a wedding guest,
and a pet food taster.
doesn't sound too bad.
Do you like to eat your pet's food?
Definitely not. Moving on.
How much would you get paid?
No idea. Hopefully lots of money.
Anyway, this week's life hack is...
Have you ever forgotten your drink bottle?
Don't worry. All you need is a container and a plant.
Simply place the container over the plant and watch water gather over a few days. I'm Chloe.
I'm Mackenzie.
And we hope you enjoyed Weird Facts
and Life Hacks.
Thanks to everyone involved, especially our junior school students.
That, however, unfortunately brings us to the end of the 100th episode of the Home Group.
Yeah, it's been a crazy 6 years.
With a few ups and a couple downs.
Thank yous must go out to everyone involved in making this episode possible.
Especially our fantastic student director, Jackson, for trying to pull this all together.
To all of our teaching staff, Mr. Coulter, Mr. Massigartley and Mr. Maloney for all of their work and support over the years.
And of course to all of our hosts.
Very true. Stay tuned over the next couple of episodes of the Home Group as there are big changes afoot.
Of course there are.
Always changes. Once again, this has been the Home Group.
I'm Adam.
And I'm Ali.
Thanks for watching.
See you next time, guys.